There you have it. There you have it. I mean, what do you say? Man United won, Southampton won. In 3 games in a row, carbon copy from Middlesbrough to Burnley to here. Exactly the same. Exactly the same. I'll try and start with a positive because I just feel like if I don't, it will just be ranting and raving because it's been so bad. But look, Paul Pogba for the first 35 minutes was just unplayable, and so was Jadon Sancho, which was fantastic. And that's the only positives, because other than that, we should have scored more. Ronaldo has to score. I don't know how he doesn't score. It's the same old situation with him at the moment, where he's not offering much in terms of build-up play, hold-up play, link-up play, non-existent right now with Ronnie. But then you're going to say, okay, if you're going to do that, are you going to be clinical? Just be clinical. Just be Ronaldo. And we're not seeing that at all from him. He's offering nothing at the moment. And I know people want to say it's harsh and it's this. He's had enough chances to score. He really has. He has. We can only be honest about that. You know, against Middlesbrough, it was the same. Burnley, fair enough, he didn't start the game and comes on with not really much else to do. And today he plays the full 90 and should score. But we go 1-0 up. And when you go 1-0 up, there was this sense of around me, and I don't know what you guys felt at home, but it was like, okay, cool, 1-0, that's fine. I'm obviously happy we've scored. You celebrate, but as soon as you sit down, you're going, but what are we going to do from here? Is this going to be the same? Because we've seen this before in the last 2 games previous. So what is it going to be? And I said on the way up here, what did I say? 1, I said it'll be a draw, but 2, I said it's probably going to be the Man United that just plays for spells. And we played well. It wasn't even the whole first half we played well for. It was the first 35 minutes. And even in that first 35 minutes where we were very dominant and made them 3 clear-cut chances, I think it was 1 for Sancho, the goal, and then 1 for Ronaldo when he should have scored. 3 clear-cut chances. Could have even been another one as well. There was another one where Pogba faded into him. Beautiful pass. Ronaldo chests it down. I think it's Salisal. I don't know how you pronounce his name. The centre-back for Southampton just took it off Ronaldo like he wasn't there. Candy from a baby. That was a chance too. But apart from that, it's a 35-minute performance. Man United have played well for 35 minutes out of 90. Against Burnley, they played well for 45 minutes out of 90. Against Middlesbrough, they played for 65 minutes out of 90. Against Aston Villa, they played well for 65, 70 minutes out of 90. Against Wolves, they played shit for 90. Like, there is no consistency in terms of when we're in the key moments. I haven't got to the defence yet. I haven't got to Maguire yet. I haven't got to individual errors yet. But as a team, the mentality is just not there at the moment. The confidence is not there. What the hell is going on at half-time? It's almost like we go in 1-0 up. You're in control of the game. Yes, you might have lost your way a little bit in the last 10 minutes of the first half, but you get in and you regroup. You're 1-0 up. At worst case scenario, and this is what I feel like I'm just replaying the same match reaction. At worst case scenario, like I said against Burnley, you just defend properly then and don't concede big chances, but we can't do it because we don't dominate the game for long enough. And worse still, just like the Burnley game when they came out and was better, this was even worse. Southampton came out and scored instantly. And I haven't even seen the goals back, but I think someone said to me Rashford wasn't tracking his man. I see Che Adams in acres of space. I'm not sure where Dalot was, how that's happened. And then he can just pick his spot so easily. But again, okay, cool. That can happen. That can happen. But what happens in terms of the reaction? And again, we just don't have the gears to go up. Whether it's a confidence issue, whether it's a stylistic issue, whether it's tactical, I don't know. But what is a fact is that we don't have the confidence and the intuition to then go and make chances from then on. And there were more nervy moments where Southampton probably could have won the game. Harry Maguire. You never want a witch hunt against a player. I won't stand for it. I won't stand for agendas. I won't stand for just, shouting and swearing and hurling abuse at somebody. Nobody wants that. What we can do here on United View and as fans, and what we should be doing, is critiquing performance. And if you're critiquing his performance, not name calling, not anything else, if you just critique his performance, he's not good enough. It's got to the point where I'm not even mad at Harry Maguire. He's just not good enough for the level. I saw Broja start 15 yards or 10 yards. 10 yards. Let me be a bit more realistic. Maybe 10 yards. 10 yards ahead of Broja he started. with that diagonal run across our half, right, towards the end of the game. Broja outpaced him, got to the ball before him, cut inside and nearly broke Maguire's ankles, and then he nearly gives away a penalty. Unbelievable. And that's on top of what happened at Burnley with what Jay Rodriguez done and what Weghorst's done to him. So, look, I've said it many times before, the problem that Harry Maguire's got, and what did I say at the start? I said that he needs to be on the front foot and nip the problems in the bud before they become problems. I literally said that in the road trip. Get in tight, like he did against Jarrod Bowen against West Ham, and stop the problem at source. But what Harry Maguire does is, today, getting too tight and getting turned. Selling his soul so early and having to do this slow motion running with a parachute back towards goal to try and get himself back in. Not good enough. Can't defend in one-on-one situations, can't defend high up in the pitch, can't anticipate danger before it happens. And look, some of the, you know, the way he's been described and stuff like that, people have gone a little bit overboard, but he hasn't been good enough. So if you're being honest, you know, you just have to say Maguire is just not up to the standard. He just isn't. Now, I've listed all the reasons why. I don't want it to be that way. You know, you want to get behind your players, you want to support all your players, but you can't have blind love. You can't just act like something's going to change when you can see the evidence being presented in front of you. I think that then puts the issue with you if you can't see it. Is he capable of playing better than that? Maybe a little bit, but that's actually one of the biggest problems, is that actually you look at his frailties and you go, he's actually probably not capable of playing too much better than that. Because to play for Man United, those are the capabilities you need to have. You need to be able to defend high up the pitch. You need to be able to defend in one-on-one situations. You need to be quick across the ground. You need to be good on the ball. And you need to be dominant in the air. Maybe in the air you can give him that one. But other than that, and this isn't just a player. This is our captain. So, look, I think the reason why it's being persisted is there's been a huge outlay on Harry Maguire. He's £80 million. And he had been given a captaincy, and Ralph Rangnick doesn't want to upset the apple cart and send those shockwaves through, and the club probably doesn't want to have the embarrassment of letting the £80 million, you know, signing be a flop. But if you want what's best for the club, as it says there, Man United's got to come first. And right now, if you're being honest, Lindelof deserves a chance. What's Lindelof thinking sitting there watching that, and he can't get in? They only took time out because of the things that happened with his family, and he hasn't, and then he got sick after that. So he's got to get a game now. Ralph tried to give him the benefit of the doubt in the press conference and say he'll play today, and you know, we'll 100% back him. The main account tweeted we're behind him, and da-da-da-da. Well, look, you know, and he's not the only reason why we drew today. I'm not saying he is, but if you're just looking at the individual performance of him, it's not good enough. But we're not clinical enough, you know. And Ronaldo, like I said, we all love him. We all love Ronaldo, and he's fantastic that he came back. But actually, when you're looking at right now, if you're not going to contribute in terms of bringing people into play, if you're not going to contribute into holding up the ball, winning fouls, you've then got to be clinical. And it's now, 6 games without a goal for Ronaldo, which it was a record at 4 for him in his career, longest drought in his career, and his confidence is down. You can see it. So it's an issue. Roll on Brighton Tuesday night. I called this a draw. I called Burnley a draw. I tell you what, it'll be another draw. It'll be another draw probably against Brighton. Another well-organised side who are going to come here and not fear us. So the wait goes on for points, for winning points anyway. Smash a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you guys are new, as the frustration continues here at Old Trafford. Peace.